Good morning, everybody. How are you doing? It's Amanda. It's May the 20... Oh, I'm jumping ahead of myself. In my head, I've got May the 22nd, which I know is not today. But May the 22nd is the Gemini new moon. And I'm going to do my next YouTube live on that date or around that date. I'm fortunate to have a lady who comes in and does some cleaning for me. And as of this week, she's going to be back, and she usually comes in on a Friday. And bless her heart, I can't wait to see her again because the house is in a terrible state. But yeah, there's a bit of noise. So it depends what time she leaves on the Friday. So if it's not the Friday, it'll be the Thursday, it'll be the Saturday. Saturday could be a good day to do it, maybe. Anyway, I'm waffling. That's why I said the 22nd. It's actually the 14th, but I feel as though we're sort of in the run-up to that new moon. I can already feel the effects of it. So the next live is going to, I think, probably be looking at love and relationships. So I haven't done that for a while, and I feel as though I'd like to. That's probably going to be in addition to a twin flame video that I put out. So anyway, a lot can change in a week because there's just a lot going on, isn't there? Thought I'd just pull some cards for you today and just a few observations as well. The last video that I did, which was called, what the hell was it called? I can't remember. What was my last video called? You see, you think, oh, you should know these things. The thing is, I do the work and then I just let it go. Ring out the old, ring in the new. That was the video. There's something in that video that I actually thought was pretty important that not a single person has commented on. Now, I don't know whether that's because people just didn't get it, I didn't explain it properly, or whether everybody already knows it, or what. But I think it's actually just one of those things that I maybe presented in too subtle a way. Although I know a lot of people don't think I am particularly subtle. I will just say it as it is. But it was the point about the eye and the way that we all have a unique way of looking at the world. And this thing about 2020 vision, it's as though we all have our own 2020 vision that's going to be different from the person we're sitting next to. And do you remember I was talking about, and this is a scientific fact, okay, look in any book, I've just gone to double check that I'm right, but I knew I was right. It's to do with how the eye sees colour, how the eye is able to interpret colour. And it's to do with the retina and the lens, and it's to do with the way that any strand of light comes into the eye and interacts with your physiology in terms of the shape of your lens, your retina, and obviously the thing that you're looking at and the amount of light that you have got around you as you attempt to look at anything. And what basically it means is that everybody sees colour in a slightly different way. You can be looking at exactly the same object, but you'll see it slightly differently. You'll also see tones of darkness and light slightly differently. And I just think if you then take that into the metaphysical and all of the problems we've got in our world at the moment, particularly on social media, which is people just battling each other in terms of this is the way I see the world and I am right, and then somebody else seeing it completely differently. I think there's something in the way that we individually are able to interpret light into our physical body and then have a reaction to that in terms of what we see. So I might well expand on that another time, but it just really tickled me a little bit that nobody's even commented on it. Because again, it's almost feels as though it's one of these things which is in spiritual circles, when a lot of people are always wanting proof, they're wanting evidence, which is fair enough, but it very much goes against the spiritual path, which is about trust and faith and flow. But then when you produce something which is actually saying, okay, look at this, there is a scientific reason for why you are seeing that in a slightly different way to the person standing next to you. And maybe, just maybe, if we take that to the next level, because every piece of information is multi-layered, maybe that also has it's like a key to understanding that the way you view the world isn't just about the colour of this blue that I might be seeing slightly different to you. It's also to do with everything else that the eyes see. And of course, 2020 vision is the theme of the year. We can't get away from it. So anyway, I just thought that was interesting. And then the other thing, I'll just very quickly about vision and 2020 vision. I ordered these. I've ordered well, no, I haven't ordered loads. I've got about 3 because in the UK there is this suggestion now that if you're in a closed place in public, basically in a shop, you should be wearing some form of covering over your mouth and face. I'm not saying I agree with that, but it's just where we might be led. If it becomes completely enforceable and everybody's doing it, then I'm going to put one on. So I just ordered one, and you know me, I thought if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it properly. I'm going to add some colour to the world. So I've gone for tie-dye. Now I'm going to put this on here, and I just want to show you something, and it's about eyes, okay? I hope I'm not going to get my lipstick all over it. I probably am, aren't I? Never mind. Can't be helped. Let's just put this on for a moment. Ooh. It's extremely hot and uncomfortable to wear, is the first thing to say, but it's quite groovy. For a mask, it's quite groovy. You see, you never thought you'd be able to, I never thought I'd be sitting here in 2020 talking to you with a mask on. But anyway, here we go. It's horrible, actually. It's so hot. I'm going to take it off in a minute. But the point I'm trying to make is don't look at the lines under my eyes. But in all seriousness, what do you see when you look at me? Don't say a raging idiot, but no, let's be serious for a minute. What do you see? You see my eyes. You see my eyes. Oh God, so I'm going to have to take it off. It's so hot. You see my eyes. What do they say about our eyes? Our eyes are the windows to our soul. So if we are completely having to do this, and the only thing you can actually see is somebody's eyes, you're actually being given a direct line, if you choose to look, into somebody's soul. Also into actually how somebody is. Okay, I'm actually a bit tired, so it's early in the morning. The lines haven't quite, ironed out in my face yet. That happens as you get older. But no, it's like you can see maybe I'm a little bit tired, whatever. But you can see who I am when you just have got that to go on. You can see into the soul. So I find that quite interesting as well. That actually we're being given that opportunity. I will always try and look for a higher perspective on everything because it's who I am. And but yeah, these are hot. Bless her heart though, the lady that made these on Etsy. They're washable, that's why I bought them. So they're cotton and you can wash them again. I don't intend to wear them very much, and I won't wear them at all unless I have to. That's just me. I'm not saying you do that, but it's my feeling. It felt completely, it just didn't feel right when I put it on. But I'm not working at a hospital. I'm not working in a place where there's loads of people. I'm sitting here in my office on my own, okay? So most of the time I don't need to wear one of these. If I have to wear them when I go into the supermarket, I will. That's why I bought it. So don't judge me for what I've just said, okay? But the point is, the lady that made this, she wrote this very sweet little handwritten note. And I'm just going to read this first line. Hello, Amanda. Thank you very much for shopping with me. I have really enjoyed making the face masks. They are going all over the world. I hope keeping people safer and brightening the days up at this sad time. And then there's a little bit of instruction in terms of how to wash them. But, I just thought that is such a case of somebody making the best out of a situation that is actually really difficult and uncomfortable, because nobody in their right minds really wants to walk around with a mask on. But if we have to, we will. So, my suggestion is, if you're going to have to do it, make it as colourful as you can. There are loads of things. You just go on, if you go onto Etsy or any of the shops which are like, I like cottage industries, people that are actually making a bit of money for themselves and their families rather than, some big multinational corporation. So I like to support her, but she's one of the hundreds on there to choose from. So And maybe they'll give them out free anyway, in terms of if we really do all have to wear them. I don't know. It's going to be different from country to country, but in the UK at the moment, we don't have to, unless we're in a shop, supposedly. I've not been to the supermarket since that rule came in. That will be tomorrow. So I'll put it in my handbag, and if everyone else is wearing one, I'll put it on. But it's going to be hot. It's going to be very hot. Anyway, enough of all that. Yeah, eyes, you know, you see me, you see my soul, you see who I am. You get an opportunity to really see that. Let go of all the distraction. Okay, let's pull some cards then for today. And see what wants to come through. I'm using a deck called Magical Dimensions by Lightstar. Magical Dimensions by Lightstar. Let's have 3 cards. What is the message today, please, Metatron? The heart portal. We can't get away, nor should we want to get away from tuning into our heart, activating our heart energy. The colours green and pink are the colours of the heart chakra. They're the colours of unconditional love. Green is expansive and to do with opening up and freedom, freedom to feel, freedom to receive, freedom to have space. And pink is the colour of nurturing, softness, love itself, beauty, gentleness. So here we've got a mandala, effectively, for the heart chakra, the pink and the green. What goes with that then, please? Inspirational creation. Inspirational creation. Alchemy, the elements and innovation. One more, please. Exploration. I knew that card was going to be on the bottom of the deck. Okay, I'm glad to see that. I'm going to show you these cards in a minute. Right, so we've got the heart portal. We've got being inspired by our creative energy, being inspired by the elements, being inspired by nature, okay? Being inspired very much by this green energy, okay? The green energy, which is linked into harmony and balance also. And then we've got an energy also of exploration, okay? So this feels as though it's about exploring what is in your heart, exploring what is within you in terms of creative pursuits. I mean, I've talked about this a lot in the last few videos. The Prince video was all about creativity and tapping into that. So it's a similar message that's coming through again here. It's a very creative time. It's a time to explore your gifts, your talents, bring them out to the surface. So I think that's quite a straightforward message in many ways, and it's backing up what I've said in other videos. This card, though, Gaian Awakening, I'm going to talk about because before I started to do this video, I just pulled a card for myself for today. This card came up and I was like, oh, really? Okay. And I had to really tune into it in terms of what it was trying to say. And now it's come up for us collectively. Well, of course it has, because we are, you and me, we are all one. So, Gaian Awakening. This was the message I got. Gaia is the name for Mother Earth, for those that don't know. Okay, so this is Mother Earth Awakening. I was thinking this morning, and this isn't an ego thing, okay, but having said that, I do my work and I make my videos so that they are watched, you know. That's the whole point of it. If nobody's watching them, I'll stop making them. I'm not about to do that, but just hear me out. There've been a few that I've done recently where they're just not getting shown to people. You know, I'm hearing over and over again that people are getting unsubscribed from my channel, people who have clicked the little notification bell to say, I'd like to see Amanda's video when she uploads a new one. They're being switched off. So there's all these games. I'm not the only YouTuber that's saying this. It's happening everywhere. But it is dispiriting because, and then I'm getting emails in saying, you know, have you looked at, for example, Bob Marley was one yesterday. Have you thought of channeling Bob Marley? Have you thought of doing something on JFK? Have you thought of doing whatever? And it's like 5G. Yes, I've done that. Yes, I've done that. Yes, I've done that. It very much comes into also doing the work. Just look at the channel and see what I have done. I'm not criticizing you guys. I'm talking about the wider YouTube community that's out there. And it's because the work's just not getting presented to people. So we're bumping along. We're bumping along at a pretty steady rate. It's the same people that are seeing the videos. And it's like we somehow, what I was thinking today is like, I said to Metatron, well, actually it wasn't Metatron, it was Christ energy that was here. And I was saying to Christ, I said, how do we get this message out there to a wider circle of people? Because I'm also seeing a lot of videos, which are, I want to call the doom and gloom brigade, that are getting like hundreds and hundreds of thousands of views. I'm also seeing people flocking to channels which are just giving really quite banal readings, you know, and I know that sounds judgmental, but I could very easily do banal readings if I wanted to. Some of you maybe think I do already, but you know, I try to go deep and I try to push the envelope and get us out of our comfort zones. I don't just want to do, you know, pick pile A, B or C, you know, it's just not me. I'm not judging it, but it was a moment of frustration. It was like, how do we get this work out there? I know it's important what we're doing. How do we get it out there? And then I got this card. And what came to me was, it was like, you're forgetting Gaia's role in all this. What I mean by that is, firstly, I was told, surrender and let go. People will wake up when they're meant to wake up. And if they choose to not wake up, there's nothing you can do about it anyway. That's not just a message for me as a spiritual teacher. It's a message for you. All of the work that we've been doing over the last few weeks in terms of let go of control, let go of trying to be right, let go of trying to make other people see what you see. You know, they're on their own journey. They might see something in a completely different way. You know, we've got so much political fighting, social fighting, just fighting. You know, some of you on my channel here on Facebook were talking about the fact you're feeling bullied by some of your friends at the moment on social media. Bullied because you're not seeing things in the way that they're seeing things. These are your friends, okay? These are friends that are behaving like that. So if friends are behaving like that, what hope is there for the rest of, you know, humanity? So this was my moment of despair. I was thinking, you know, I just don't know how we're going to get over this huge, great big hump in the road, which is to do with judgment and being right, basically, being right. I'm not saying I'm always right, because I'm not. It's just that I'm trying to help us get past this bump in the road, to at least realise that other people have a right to feel whatever they want to feel. And surely we can coexist together, can't we? You know, is that complete idealism? I don't know. But it's what I truly believe is possible. And that's when this Christ energy came in. And he was like, because I'm about to start doing this new Christ consciousness deck, you see, with Jane, and give her a briefing over the next week or so. So it's very much in my mind, the whole Christ energy, and the fact that for 2,000 years on this planet, basic things that he said, like love your neighbour as yourself, you look out there and you think, are people doing it? Let's be honest, are people doing it? Sometimes yes, but not always. So it's like this energy of like, how do we get past this hump in the road? Gaian awakening. We're forgetting Mother Earth's role in this, okay? She is our mother. And by that I mean she is, without her, none of us would be sitting here right now doing whatever we're doing, listening to me, doodling on a pad, having a cup of tea. None of it would be happening. She is our mother. We can't exist without Mother Earth. And yet we've pushed her to the bottom of the pile in terms of needs. And what she's saying here is, I am awakening. We know this, but this to me looks like it's like what I was shown was like a rocket launcher pad, like a space pad. And she is ready for liftoff. You know, make no mistake about it. She is ready for liftoff. What does that mean? It means that she is awakening and ascending with or without us. And it's with us, but at the moment, some of us are making it very, very difficult for her to ascend to the degree that she needs to. Now, one of you put a comment on one of my videos recently, and it was very accurate, which was to do with Mother Earth is already in 5D. It's us that are struggling to get there 24/7. And that is the truth. She is already there, but she wants to go higher than that. Make no mistake about it. She is a star, you know, she's a star and she wants to be ascending. And it's as though all of the other planets in our system are also ascending. They're also vibrating at a higher and higher frequency. And so too is she. She's in this orchestra of planets. And for her to be playing a dud note in the orchestra is going to affect the whole universe. So her energy needs to vibrate at a higher frequency to match the rest of the universe, which is also evolving and ascending, because nothing ever stays the same. Creation is a constant journey of rebirth and transformation and evolving. And it's us as a human species that are still stuck on, quite frankly, the basics sometimes. Treat people as you would do, as you would be done to. You know, that's one of my mottos I try to live by. I try to. Love thy neighbour as thyself. I mean, how many, you know, the things that have been coming out that Christ has been reminding us of recently. Take the plank out of your own eye before trying to take the splinter out of your brother's eye. You know, they're all right. They're all correct. But yet we're still struggling with these basics. This is Mother Earth saying, I'm taking off. Are you coming or not? You know, are you going to be able to get your act together, basically, or not? And I feel that's a message for all of us, every single one of us. This is like, I'm now being shown pull up your bootstraps. It's like a pull up your bootstraps type energy. Come on, stop the fighting, stop the bickering, stop the bullying, stop the negativity. You know, if you don't like something, pass on by, you know, work on yourself, clean out your own backyard. Stop pointing the fingers of blame and judgment. Get away from the gallows. Those of you that watch me know what I mean by the gallows. You know, gathering round other people's misfortune or watching other people go down in a blaze of glory. You know, work on yourself. So this to me, you know, because if you look at the card, it actually says Gaia is preparing. It says preparing relocation and ascension. Preparing relocation and ascension. Mother Earth means business. Mother Earth, okay, I'm just looking at the next card on the bottom of the pack, liberation. She wants to be free from these thousands and thousands of years that we have existed upon her, and we've been pulling her energy down. We have been pulling her energy down. And the loving mother she is, she's tolerated it to a degree, but she's not going to tolerate it forever. We have to get our act together as a species, and we're being given these opportunities to grow, to look, to come together, to heal, to support each other, to try to make the best of a situation. And we really need to rise to the challenge. Let's put another card from the Metatron deck. There's a plant I've got here. I'll show you it. It's exactly the match of this. Look at this. Can you see my new plant? Oops, there it is. I actually bought it for my daughter for her birthday. But you know what 18-year-olds are like. They're not really that into plants. Well, she's not. So I've kept it for myself. She can have it back if she wants it. But at the moment, it's sitting on my desk. It's absolutely the colours of this card. It's the reminder of staying in your heart. Tuning into the beat of Mother Earth, being at one with her. Mother Earth is not panicking. Mother Earth is not in panic. Healing, pause to receive. Rainbow light. clarity, go within. Meditation, alignment, tuning into self, tuning into higher self, receiving the healing. Stop the fighting. Stop the fighting with each other. Find the peace within. I'm going to use a spray now that's not available in our shop, and it might not be available for a while because we're struggling as a business like everybody else is with manpower and just the situation in our midst, okay, without going into it. But this is a spray that will be coming out at some point. It's purple and gold. Tracy's called it Purple Rain because it's got a nod to Prince. I know you're all saying, come on, we need it now. She's going to kill me for having shown you this in the video. But it's not available yet. Okay, it's not available yet, in all seriousness. But the thing is, those of you that know my sprays, we used to have a spray which was called Plum, which was linked into the sacral chakra. So this has still got the purple in it. It's not called Plum anymore. She's actually called it Purple Rain, but I'm not sure whether we'll call it that or not. It's not just a Prince spray. It's linked into tuning into higher self, okay? And also helping to unleash all this creativity that's within us. Should we just have a spray? Have a play? Let's spray. Let's spray. Bit of Bowie there. But Bowie's coming in now. You know, let's dance. I was hearing let's dance, let's spray. Okay, they all want a bit of this spray because he, of course, was an innovative man as well. It smells amazing. Oh my God. Okay, let me just shut up and let you can feel this through me. So breathe in that purple and gold light. Let it flow into all of the creative centers of your being. Let it wake up your higher self that may be sleeping. Be at one with your higher self. Give it your full attention. Feel the knowingness of your higher self. Feel the peace from your higher self that knows whatever is going on around you, whatever is going around us as a world. You are okay. You are more than okay. You are where you're meant to be. You are loved beyond measure. You are supported beyond measure. And that your perspective and view of the world is completely and utterly unique. And how precious is that? How precious is that? And then link into all of the lives that you've had, all of the incarnations that have brought you to this place where you are now, where you look and you see the world through your eyes based on so much experience and knowledge. And then look at the person beside you and see how they're viewing the world. And tune into all of their experience and all their heritage. And let them have their perspective too. And then look at another person in the queue who at lower level you may judge to be ignorant, not seeing what you see. And then look at it through their eyes. They're seeing the world as they are meant to see it at this moment in time, in terms of where they are, where they're meant to be, and what they've chosen. And they are a sovereign being, just as much as you are a sovereign being. And then realise that you are actually all parts of each other. You are all parts of each other. You recognise each other. You have been them and they have been you. There is no right or wrong. There is just different views, different perspectives, different experiences of what it is to be alive in a human body at this moment in time on our planet. And then coming back to you, just surrender and let go. Let go of what others may be doing and come back to yourself and feel into the power that you have to be the agent of change in your world, on your timeline, in this lifetime. And make a pledge today to do it to the best of your ability, with focus, determination, and the highest vibration that you can manage. And then feel the vibration of Mother Earth underneath your feet, vibrating high, vibrating strong, vibrating in harmony with you. But notice also how she holds others who are different, who see things differently, who do things differently, who act differently. She has also created a home and a space for these people to have the experience they're meant to experience on this planet at this time. Feel the immense love that she has for every single person here, every single soul, and feel the lack of judgment. No judgment from Mother Earth. Just pure love. Pure, pure love. And as she offers us that, let us honour her by trying to step into unconditional love and be unconditional love as much as we possibly can. Harming none. Living in harmony. Being at peace. Realising all that we have, all that we are, all the majestic gifts that we have and talents, and bringing them to the table now. For an amazing celebration of ascension, joy, and light, and love. Notice that none are barred from this table. Notice that none are excluded. Notice that there is a place for everybody at this table. So be it. And it is so. 33 minutes and 33 seconds as I ended that. Powerful, hey? You see, purple and gold. Purple is a very high vibrational energy, as is gold. And that just takes you into an elevated space. I'm like, whoa, just takes you into a totally elevated space. And in that elevated space, you do actually just drop the fighting. You drop the need to be right. You drop wanting to attack, or it's just gone. It's just gone. I think that seems to be about seeing the higher perspective. And it's interesting because there was an energy of Prince that helped create that. That's why it's called Purple Rain. And the thing about it is that those that follow my work, you know that whether it was the second or third time Prince came through, he always comes through in a slightly Prince, he comes through in an unusual way. And I'm sure one of the times he came through and he was like levitating, a bit like George Harrison. George Harrison was levitating as well, but Prince was levitating. He was like, come and sit down, you know? It's this thing about taking a higher perspective. It's being able to transcend. If you think about levitation, they're actually able to they're able to transcend gravity. That's one of the basic laws of our universe. That, you know, I'm sitting on this chair now, and of course I'm sitting on this chair because gravity is putting me here. Liberation, freedom, exploration of what is possible. Gaia is ascending, guys, okay? And we are blessed and lucky that she is taking us with us. But it's going to be increasingly difficult and uncomfortable for you and me and all of us if we keep stuck in a very victimized, traumatized, judgmental, aggressive state. That word aggressive, you see, automatically think, oh yeah, it's the man who's giving, you know, punching. No, aggression is in how you speak, how you act. Do as you would be done to. Do as you would be done to. You see, because now I'm hearing, it's like Christ and Metatron both together. They're very interesting, these two, because I've always felt they're like a very brotherly energy. They weren't brothers, but that's what it feels like. It's the only way I can describe the relationship. It's like a brotherly energy. I get them they're both either side of me now. It's really beautiful. They're saying to me that the problem is, do as you would be done to. Some people don't know how to do that because they've never been shown. They grew up with abusive parents. They had a, you know, they weren't shown the love. They weren't shown the love. So how can you expect somebody who wasn't shown the right pattern to basically act in a way, you know, that is necessarily good? Of course it's possible. Many people transcend that. Many people transcend that. Many people watching me now will have transcended that, will have had tough upbringings or whatever, maybe had abusive parents, they weren't shown the love, they had parents that were emotionally cold, particularly in the first 5 years of life where it's like, you know, it's critical that you receive love and nurture. But yet, if you haven't had that, do as I would be done to. Well, how I was done to was actually I was shown nothing, you know. So I've got these two great guides here and they're now saying it's hard for those people. So again, seeing it through their eyes, some of the people that are in battle with us at the moment, they're wounded. They're wounded. They're coming from a place of wounding. That's why they're wanting to attack. That's why they're wanting to try and bring you down. That's why they're trying to judge you. That's why they're trying to point the finger, because they can't, it's too hard to do this, to look within, because within there might be just this big empty void. But yet the beauty of guides such as Metatron and Christ is that they're always there to fill up that wound with compassion and love and healing. Healing is always available in every single moment. So if you didn't receive the nurture and the care and the love that you needed as a child, you can open up your heart now to receive what you need now as an adult, as a teenager, whatever age you are. Does it make up, well, not make up, does it negate the past? No, it doesn't negate the past. The past still happened. You were still abused or unloved or whatever. But yet you can help your inner child to learn that you love her now. That equally, there are many, God loves her. God always did love her or him. Okay, so we went a bit deep there, and I could go on and on, but I'm not going to go on and on this particular video anyway. So I think we'll leave it there for today. We'll leave it there for today. I've got some work to do that I need to get on with now. Remember the live stream next week. We'll do that. We'll have a bit of fun. And I don't know what time it's going to be. I'll have a look at it. And I'm going to do a longer video this week before I'll just say before Sunday. I don't know whether people realise I do these videos, but it's just a tiny portion of what I actually do. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes, and I'm always juggling so many different balls with work, so I'm always busy. So the fact you don't see me doesn't mean that I'm not working. I know you don't think that. Why? You see, that's the puritanical work ethic again. Surrender and let that go. You know, let that go. Who cares? Humour as well. Keep your humour. It's really important. Right, guys, much love. Have a good day. See you all again soon. Bye for now.